Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to be making a new base design for my Confusion account. Now, I don't drop prototypes and I don't drop ice statues on this account, so I need to make a base design that is going to bring in intel and not necessarily win battles. So here's the deal. My main account, I am just using it was like the Angry Family Intel base for a long time. It works very well at grinding Intel. And my Confusion account, I've been trying to experiment with a bunch of different base designs, trying to figure out which variation of the Intel base is working, like what makes it work so well. So today we are going to be making just a new base design. It kind of following some tips I told my fans. I've done a lot of fan review base building episodes, and I'm gonna try to work in some of the tips that I have been teaching you guys for a while now. So let's just jump into it. I should say I don't usually watch defense logs or defense attacks, so it's gonna be kind of hard to combat certain strategies. Obviously you're not gonna be able to combat every single strategy that someone attacks you with. My main goal is to somewhat defend against tank medic, which is going to be rough. But from attacking with tank medic for a while now, I have learned kind of how to go about it. So at my level, when you have a lot of defenses, your base kind of takes a different approach. So when you're a lower level, you don't want to leave a bunch of buildings, your support buildings, your offensive buildings in the back. You don't want to leave them separate from your main base design. But when you have a lot of defenses, you can position your defenses a certain way to combat people just trying to get free energy off you. And that's what I'm gonna be trying to do. I don't know how well it's going to work. Now the cool part about this is, guys, I'm making this before I'm leaving, so I'm going to make kind of a review of how it went when I get back, if enough people attacked me. So I'm putting a couple boom cannons at the front. Realize that you cannot shock these two boom cannons in the same shock. If they were one tile closer, you could. You never want to have boom cannons able to be hit in the same shock ever. So we're gonna combat that. And I'm just trying to make kind of a hybrid base design that could possibly work. I'm gonna go 2 boom cannons behind the core and 1 ahead of the core. Honestly, guys, the boom cannon placement is probably one of the most important placements for your base, and moving mines is going to be a pain. Boom Beach needs a base builder. Guys, watching this back when I'm editing the video, I realized my 2 top boom cannons are in the same shock. I don't know why I didn't see that before, but I changed it right after I made the video. Don't have 2 boom cannons in the same shock. So I'm pretty sure you can't shock these 2 in one shock. It might take a super lucky shock. I'm gonna test it out using my main account after I build it, but let's just build, guys, and I'll be back in a bit. This is kind of where I'm at right now. You will notice it's not exactly symmetrical. See, symmetry looks cool to the eye, and honestly, I like things being symmetrical a lot, but there's a point in Boom Beach base designs where it can't be fully symmetrical, or it just won't help you much. Like, you need something to be a little bit different, small variations, tiles not exactly lining up, stuff like that, and that would actually help you defend more battles because people won't really know how to hit it. The base, that is. For example, if the player decides to drop half his troops on one side, half his troops on the other side, just to move up through the base nice and easy, it's gonna be a lot harder if it's not symmetrical. But here we go. So I'm a big advocate of putting defenses, working support buildings into your base design, but it has to be done a certain way. You don't want to do stuff like this where you have 3 buildings able to be hit by 1 artillery. So to combat that, let's move that up 1. We'll do it on both sides. We'll move the flame down 1. Now we got 2 buildings down there. That's fine. Nobody's really gonna bar down a sniper tower and a flamethrower anyway. And overall, that's fine. We just don't want it connecting to cannons. Multiple buildings connected to cannons. Cannons, boom cannons, rocket launcher. This mortar is not supposed to be there. I don't know why it is. So we're gonna move it. We're gonna put it over here because you'll notice I'm using kind of what the people from the Angry Family does, where they bring up a bunch of offensive and support buildings along the side of the base. And that allows you to fit more buildings in, but you need defenses to cover the support buildings you bring up. And you don't want to go all the way up to the back and make like a little fortress of offensive and support buildings at the very back. But for something like this, where we have a mortar, a sniper tower, a rocket launcher, able to take down that gold storage, we probably don't want to build up any more to it. I've watched a couple replays of people attacking my base, and a lot of people go at my base with T-Med, and they'll just go along the side, get up there, and take it out. And, you know, that's fine. We don't really care. I feel like it's a lot easier for us, and would probably get more intel for us if we build this line of offensive and support buildings on the side versus if we were to work in all of our buildings. Because if we work in all of our buildings, all of our offensive buildings, kind of like this gold storage, we just work buildings in, it's going to be harder because the enemy will get more energy very, very quickly. So we can't really do that. So instead, we build up the sides. We build little horns on the sides with a couple defenses covering them. And yes, a couple players once in a while will flare their troops up to the side, but it's better for a couple players to do that than for all players who attack my base to get energy, because not every player is gonna want to go up the side like the way we are, or the way we're planning it. So that's just my 2 cents, guys. That's my 2 cents. Okay, looking at this base design in its current state, we're gonna move a sniper tower up. We don't really have splash damage up there. If we have a mortar, we could move. There's a mortar here. I like it covering the headquarters. This one isn't covering the headquarters, which is fine. So let's stack a couple more buildings back here instead. So someone couldn't just drop critters because I have a sick mortar there. Guys, base building is also a lot of tweaking. So I'm going to be watching replays. I'm going to be making small calculated decisions to better my base design. And obviously I'm not going to win every single defense. And I'm probably not even going to win most defenses. Or, yeah, that's certain. I'm definitely not going to win most defenses. But the goal here is to make a base that on average gets me 1 intel per someone attacking me, on average. So that's just kind of what I want to do, and I feel like this base is maybe not as good as the Angry Family variation of a front-loaded base, but this base I feel like is going to work on this account pretty well. But now, guys, we have the fun part, and when I say fun, I mean not fun. We have to work in mines to our base design. The main goal of shock mines is to stop someone's strategy. If someone tries to flank me, if someone's trying to use smoky warriors, shock mines will stop that. We'll put some mines up at the top there to kind of block some critters. You know, it's a little splash damage, which will help destroy a few critters if someone decides to go that path. I'm not clumping mines too much. Problem is, as soon as someone attacking my base sees that I'm clumping mines, they're gonna drop a barrage and take down all of my mines. So we're trying to minimize that. Okay, I believe that is it. Very well, let's make our statue arrangement, because this statue arrangement is ugly. I like having just one line of statues, to be honest, but I like also sorting my offensive from my support statues. Mini pyramid that has a space in between Okay, that's fine. I'll probably rearrange that later. Now, we'll save it, and we'll just wait. Okay, what base sucks? All of these do, but this one, so I hit save. I always have to think about this, because one time I made a base, I spent like half an hour on it, and I accidentally hit load instead of save. Okay. And we'll assign an emoji to it, because you always have to assign an emoji to your base design, guys. Let's see what we like here. I don't know. It's summertime. Oh, we'll drop a watermelon. Now when we go into it, we'll see a watermelon. Cool. Okay, that is my front-loaded base design. I'll see how it works, and I'll try to make a video talking about how it works and the tweaks I made, just kind of helping newer players out at making bases, pretty much. So I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Let me know down below if you guys want me to make more of these making bases videos, maybe on my low level accounts. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.